Could Doctor Who regenerate on HBO after having its backing from Disney yanked unceremoniously last year due to low ratings? That is a distinct possibility, and it makes me wonder what the direction of Doctor Who would be at Warner Brothers at HBO after the Ellisons at Paramount acquire the streamer. Could they be like, hey, you need to go back and put Doctor Who back the way it was? There was talk before. I know a couple of different people talked about Doctor Who maybe crossing over with Star Trek. That is a distinct possibility if this is the case. But again, this is all rumor. We know that Doctor Who is not in a good place right now. The last couple seasons have been the lowest rated, the lowest viewed of any seasons in Doctor Who history. Russell T Davies was actually brought back to save the show, and he wound up destroying the show. And they are getting a Christmas special, I guess, this year, but nobody knows the future of Doctor Who. I'm sure it'll continue in some way or another, but if it doesn't have that Disney money, I don't think it's going to look as good. So a guy gave a hat tip to Mac who sent this over. This is coming from Collider. After 41 seasons, the world's greatest sci-fi series, that is highly debatable, may be on the verge of its biggest comeback. And look, I love Doctor Who. It was my favorite show for a while until they totally destroyed it with the Chibnall era. But they said the headlines about Disney Plus stepping away from Doctor Who, then the uneasy chatter about the budgets, viewership, and creative direction. Suddenly, the show that survived cancellation, revivals, and more regenerations than anyone can count found itself adrift again. Here we are talking about possibility. When HBO boss Casey Bloys says never say never, it doesn't read like a brush off, and it lands more like an opening. Not a promise, but not a door slammed shut. So HBO didn't say yes, but definitely didn't say no. So this is the guy who's in charge of HBO. I think it's Casey Bloys or Blows. Response, careful, maybe cagey, hinges on absence. It's not been presented to us regarding Doctor Who. He told the Radio Times in an interview, as with anything, I would say never say never. It's just not something that I know about. Translation, no talks yet. But then comes that familiar industry hedge, never say never. It's the kind of phrase executives lean on when they don't want to close off future leverage or future opportunities. So behind the scenes, the BBC isn't hiding its interest. Lindsay Salt has already hinted that conversations, broad ones, exploratory ones, are happening somewhere. Maybe not formal pitches or spreadsheets and signatures, but enough to keep HBO in orbit. Yeah, they're shopping Doctor Who around. They're looking for another sugar daddy. And it was not a good fit with Disney. They would have to basically reset the show, rebrand the show to save it, but they need some money to do that. I don't know. Maybe HBO could do it. I have no idea. What do you guys think?